Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host LovelyCheesePizza here. I'm doing an important update video for you guys to kind of let you in on what's been going on for the last 3 weeks to a month or so, because I'm sure you guys have noticed that I've not really been putting up a lot of content over that span of time, and there is a perfectly reasonable explanation for it. So here we go. While I listen to some Resident Evil 3 save room theme, because it's probably my favorite theme in the game. So, things have just been really busy, man. Like, we had Thanksgiving, which was awesome, by the way. I don't think I've really done anything since Thanksgiving, so for those of you that I never got to say it to, I hope you guys had a great holiday. And Haley and Preston had their birthdays in the last couple of weeks, so Preston turned 8 years old and Haley turned 10. She's 10, which means I'm just a few years away from having to, have a sturdy shotgun on hand, because I'm probably going to be murdering a lot of people. Because once she starts dating, it's going to be just oh god, I'm going to be one of those dads, I think. And then Harrison's almost 8 months old, so he's getting bigger. That's all been great stuff, and we're getting prepared for Christmas, which has been a pretty wild time in and of itself. So it's been very busy in that regard. As far as some of the less savory things, well, actually, I've also still been looking really hard for a new job too, so that's been absorbing a lot of time. Other things, my grandmother's health is declining very rapidly. I mean, it's been kind of at a steady, not so good, but still not like super bad area for quite a while. But over the last couple, 2-3 weeks, it's been going from this area to way down here very quickly. I mean, she's had like severe edema where she's retaining a lot of fluids and it's starting to get into her chest. So, her ability to breathe has been not great. She's been in severe amounts of pain, and she's just been super miserable. She's getting really delusional, and the dementia type stuff is coming back really hard again. Like, my parents were over there just the other night, and she was talking about how she wants to go visit her mom, which she hasn't mentioned anything about her own mom in like a decade or two. And so for her to be talking about stuff like that, I mean, that's pretty out of the norm, and just like being really confused and not knowing what's going on, that type of stuff. So that's been an emotionally exhausting experience. Just the fact of knowing that she's probably not going to make it to Christmas has been really hard, and when she passes, I won't have any grandparents left. I mean, in the last calendar year and a half, I'll have lost 3 grandmas, a grandfather, and an uncle. It's been a whole bunch of family loss going on, and so it's been really hard to handle, but hanging in there. So that's what that has been. It's been very tough to deal with. Another thing, and I can't really go into a lot of detail with this because the time's not appropriate right now, but Michaela and I have been dealing with a legal battle with someone that we're having an issue with, and that has also been a very stressful thing. It'll eventually get sorted out and it'll be fine. Just for the time being, it's really annoying, and it's not really something that we wanted to have to do in the first place, but here we are anyways. So we'll explain that more in depth at another time when it's more appropriate, but for now that's just kind of the blanket statement of what that is. But then the last part, this is the part that really has more of a bearing on this channel for a temporary amount of time at least, so I'll tell you the story. So last Thursday, Haley had a choir recital, which was awesome. It was the first one of those. She's been in choir this year, and they had their winter recital out at the Oregon Gardens, and they had the whole Christmas light show thing going on. And so it was really cool. We got to go and watch her sing, and she did a great job. It was really cool. That night was a really hectic night. Like, I got off work early, I raced home. We were scrambling to get ready to get out to the venue on time, because it was about a 20-minute drive, and so we went and did that, and we came back home, and we're still really scattered just here and there and everywhere, trying to get dinner done and all these things. And in the midst of that, I left my laptop in my car. I forgot to take it out, and in the middle of the night, somebody came and broke into my car and stole it. Not the car, they stole my laptop bag out of the back seat of the car, and now it's gone. And it makes me so upset because I never forget to do that. That was the one time that I did that. It makes me so upset because I'm always so good at remembering to take that out and bring it inside so that it's in a safe place, because I have so many important things on it. And just that one lapse in judgment, thinking, well, it's a good neighborhood, it's not a big deal, because I was just so busy, I kind of forgot about it. I put it on the back burner. Ended up being the one time it got stolen. Somebody just walked up the driveway and they jimmied the lock open, and because my car doesn't have an alarm, I didn't know it didn't have an alarm. I thought it did, but I think because they were able to pop the lock open without breaking any windows or damaging the car specifically, it ended up not going off, and so they were able to steal it and get away with it. We don't have security cameras, overseeing the driveway, so I wasn't able to see who did it. I didn't even notice it until I was going to work the next morning. I went out to my car and saw that the driver's side door and the passenger door were just slightly ajar, and I walked up to it, and the center console was wide open, and the glove box was open, and there were some papers that were scattered in the seat and on the floor, and I looked in the back seat and it was gone. So I took the due diligence of filing a police report. Hopefully something will come out of that, but usually it doesn't. I didn't have like serial numbers for those things written down, so even if they find, they know what model they're looking for those things, but it's not going to be very likely that they find it. Especially during Christmas time, there's a lot of theft, so it's just, you hope that a miracle will happen, because crazier things have happened in the world. But the part that sucks is that losing a laptop, it is what it is. Like, it's not the first time I've had a laptop stolen. This is actually, I think, like the third one. I have exceptionally bad luck in this department. I've had cars broken into plenty of times because I just have that type of luck. I don't know what it is about the cars that I drive and people feeling the need to get inside of them, but it's happened many more times than once. It's just it's not good. The part that sucks is that I can replace a laptop, but I can't replace all the things that were on it. I had a lot of like emulation stuff. That stuff's expendable, whatever. I had lots of pictures, some of which were important, some weren't. I had some YouTube channel stuff on there too, which is a bummer, but some of it's replaceable. I had a lot of store files on that though. I had a lot of stuff from work in there. Thank God there were no like bank account numbers or anything super important like that, but a lot of my daily work, because I do accounting work, was there. And so while that is also replaceable, I can re-enter all the data. It's going to take a really long time to do it, but I can recover that stuff. It's such a pain in the ass. So losing that sucks, but I'll be able to get another laptop at some point, which ironically enough, I was actually looking to upgrade at some point in the near future, so now I'm going to be doing that. I'm just doing it out of force instead of out of choice. The other two parts that were, more upsetting was that I had my external hard drive in that bag that had all of my current projects on it, so Legend of Zelda, Gran Turismo 3, and Dark Souls 2. All of those files were there, along with like the last 4 years worth of Let's Play stuff that I've done. It's all gone. So all the thumbnails, all the game files, all the game music, all the templates, all that stuff is now gone. Luckily, I have, I've been filming most of my stuff off of this computer or, from consoles. So all the progress is saved. I can continue going from exactly where I left off whenever I'm ready. But I'm gonna have to try to cobble together some new templates and re-download all the game music files and all the thumbnails and get all of those ducks in a row again. Luckily, I've been getting a little bit of help from my good friend Eric. He's been putting together I like some new intro and outro videos for me to work with also, so I'm pretty excited to experiment around with those a little bit. So I appreciate you a lot for that, Eric. Thanks a lot. But other than that, it's just, I mean, it's time, you know, just getting all those things back into a spot where it all works. The one thing, though, that was kind of more emotionally upsetting for me was that I had another external hard drive in that bag, and it had Michaela's and my wedding photos on it. And that's the one that really hurt, because unless the lady that took our wedding photos has a backup of those still available somewhere, if she doesn't have those, then those are gone. I don't have a backup of those anywhere else. And, you know, it's also my fault, because I probably should have had that hard drive somewhere here in the house. But I've always taken such good care of that bag that I figured, you know, it's probably not, you know, I always have it taken care of. It's just that one time I decided to not do something about it, ended up being the one time that it's gone. So I have an idea, though, and it may not work either, but I'm gonna be checking around like different like pawn shops and different like secondhand stores, and I'm gonna be checking things like Craigslist and OfferUp to see if by random chance somebody listed my possessions there. Because if they did and I'm able to find that with all the stuff still intact on it, I might freaking cry. It'd be amazing if that happened. It's very unlikely, but a guy can try, right? So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated over time on kind of how this is all progressing. But for the time being, I just wanted to jump on and let you guys know what's been going on for the last few weeks. You know, I look forward to getting back and recording things as often as I can. Now, obviously, I don't really have a set schedule for that sort of thing. It's just when I have some available time. I mean, I'd never want to get to a point where I shut this channel down, because, you know, it's something I love doing. And, you know, being able to talk about things in my daily life and just random things that I experience in the world, and, you know, just having that outlet to decompress and just have fun is something that I love doing. And you guys have been a profound blessing in my life over the last 9 or 10 years, and I look forward to that continuing for another 9 or 10 years, if at all possible. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys always being flexible with my schedule, whatever format it's in, and always just being very understanding of what's been going on. So I really thank you guys a lot for that. So with that said, you guys take care, have a great day, and I'll be putting stuff up as soon as it's ready. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and you guys take care. I'll see you later. Bye.